Welcome back. The last of the great saloon singers of the mid-20th century has died. That story kicks off today's trending stories. Here's a look at our hot topics brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Tony Bennett was an eminent and timeless stylist whose devotion to classic American songs and knack for creating new standards such as I Left My Heart in San Francisco graced a decades-long career that brought him to admirers from Frank Sinatra to Lady Gaga. Bennett died on Friday, just 2 weeks short of his birthday. He released more than 70 albums, bringing him 19 competitive Grammys. In 2014, at age 88, Bennett broke his own record as the oldest living performer with the #1 album on the Billboard 200 chart for Cheek to Cheek. That's right, his duet project with Lady Gaga. Tony Bennett was 96 years old.
I saw a lot of celebrities, of course, paying tribute to Tony over the weekend.
Yeah. Certainly going to be missed, yes. Yeah. What a golden voice, yeah.
Well, social media's newest debate asks a question about airplane etiquette. Okay, you ready for this story, Jay?
Yeah, I am.
Well, a woman named Tammy Nelson, she posted that as she approached her seat on an airplane, there was a woman in her seat. Now, she says the woman in her seat was a mom who wanted to sit next to her 2 children, so she asked if Tammy could just swap her seats and just sit behind them. So Tammy was like, sure, I'm happy to do that if it's a window seat, because that's what she had purchased. Well, it comes to find out that the woman had a middle seat. And she was like, I have been working, you know, I'm also a mom, I need to relax, and I get motion sickness. I'm going to need the window seat. So she said the woman did get up kind of begrudgingly and kind of sat back behind her and was like, she didn't understand why the airlines didn't sit parents with their kiddos. But people on social media are asking, who's right here? You know, was it okay for Tammy to say, hey, no, this is my seat, I paid for it, you got to go to your own seat? Was it okay for the mom to just assume that it was okay? I will say I have had a similar situation. When Asa was small, the airline put us in separate seats and rows.
Ooh. I
was sitting behind him. I just ended up asking the guy, and I did have a window seat. I asked the guy in front of me, I was like, hey, he's like 8. Do you mind if we swap? And I sit next to him, but I didn't just go into it assuming like, well, he's my kid, so I have to sit next to him. I asked, and I think for me personally, that's my thought, is just ask.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where this debate's going to land. I can see both sides of this. I've swapped seats with several passengers, other people on planes in my past, so I don't know. I don't know what the true line is. I do find it interesting that airlines don't always seat people close together, and I feel like there's something there that the airlines are missing and doing a disservice to their patrons. Well, the Twitter app is getting a new logo. Over the weekend, you may have seen this, Twitter owner Elon Musk said that the app's bird logo would be switched to an X. Now, it's not clear if the video shown is the finished logo. The shift from the bird imagery to that of a capital letter will be the latest big change since he bought Twitter for $44 billion last year. Musk tweeted that the idea of changing the logo to an X is, quote, to embody the imperfections in us all that make us unique.
I think the X is delete.
Yeah,
just delete Twitter app. Yeah,
it might be.
Maybe. All right, we're sending a belated happy birthday wishes across the pond to Prince George. He turned 10 over the weekend. Kensington Palace released this photo. Look at him. He's so cute.
Yes,
this is a new official photo. So he's 10 years old. If you remember, he was able to serve as one of King Charles's pages during the coronation in May. He's actually the first royal to be able to serve in that capacity, because at some point he will, ascend to the throne. So he's the first one to have done that in that capacity. So happy belated birthday, Prince George.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Love